Hello, this is Olivia Grace. Welcome back to the Master Manifestors channel. I am doing a reading today from Joseph Murphy's book, How to Use Your Healing Power. This is in chapter 5 called Absent Treatment, and he is interpreting a story in the Bible. So I'm going to go ahead and just get into it. I encourage you guys to just close your eyes and really listen so you can really hear the depth of this. Now it came to pass on a certain day that he went into a ship with his disciples, and he said unto them, Let us go over unto the other side of the lake. And they launched forth. But as they sailed, he fell asleep, and there came down a storm of wind on the lake, and they were filled with water, and were in jeopardy. And they came to him and awoke him, saying, Master, Master, we perish. Then he arose and rebuked the wind and the raging of the water, and they ceased, and there was a calm. And this is in the book Luke, chapter 8, 22 through 24. This is the Bible story that he just spoke. Now, here's Joseph Murphy's interpretation. Here we are told how to control our emotions and heal the turbulent soul. This is a story of everyone, not just about men in a ship, because we are always traveling somewhere psychologically speaking. When beset with a difficulty, we seek an answer, a solution. When fearful, we must move to faith. The journey is always first in the mind. The body follows where the mind goes. The body cannot do anything or go any place unless the mind agrees and directs. Consciousness is the only power and the only mover. The consciousness of man is perpetual motion. Our mind is always active, even when asleep. Our disciples are our mental attitudes, moods, and faculties, which go with us wherever we go. We must not let Jesus go to sleep on the boat. In order to understand the science of life in the Bible, you must regard Jesus, the boat, the wind, the waves, and the disciples as personifications of truth, faculties, moods, thoughts of mankind. Okay, so let me pause right there. Jesus would be the truth, the personification of truth. The boats and the winds would be, and the waves would be the faculties or the circumstances. And the disciples are the moods and thoughts of mankind. Okay. Your Jesus is your awareness of the divine power within you, enabling you to achieve, accomplish, and realize your objectives. Your knowledge of the laws of mind and your use of mental and spiritual laws is your savior or solution at all times, everywhere. You must not permit Jesus to sleep in the boat, which means you must not go blithely along with the winds or opinions of man and waves, fears, doubts, envy, hatred, etc. of the race mind. The lake is your mind. When your mind is at peace, God's wisdom and God's ideas rise to the surface of your mind. The mind that stays on God feels God's river of peace flowing through it and is full of poise, balance, and serenity. The storm of wind represents the fear, terror, and anguish which seize man at all times, causing him to vacillate, hesitate, and tremble with anxiety. He finds himself pulled in two ways. His fear holds him back and prevents him from going forward. What do you do when fear and limitation seize your mind? Realize that when you are looking at your desire, you see your savior or the solution in your mind. Your savior is always knocking at the door of your mind. Perhaps you are working for the government and you are saying, "Oh, I cannot make any more money. I've reached the maximum." You are now seeing the waters of confusion and doubt well up in you. Don't become submerged in these watery negative emotions. Wake up your Savior. Stir up the gift of God within you. Do it in this way. Realize, first of all, that the wish, desire, ideal, plan, or purpose you want to realize is definitely a reality of the mind, though invisible. Then realize that by uniting your desire mentally, You can definitely and positively move over the turbulent, noisy, and foaming waters of fear and hesitancy. Your faith is your feeling, and your awareness that the thing you are praying for is a reality of the mind is the form of an idea or desire. Inasmuch as you thought about it, it is real. Trust the mental picture, it is real. By contemplating its reality, you walk over the waters and you quiet the waves of fear. Your fear has abated because you know that when you focus your attention on your ideal, the creative power of God flows through that focal point of attentiveness. You are stilling the waters. You have disciplined your mind. You have reasoned it out, and you know that the idea is always real. The thought is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, for the simple reason that you believe in the possibility of the execution of the idea. Keep your eyes on your goal, your objective, knowing in your heart that there is an almighty power which supports you in all your ways. It never deserts you or leaves you. The subjective mind responds to your constructive thinking and feeling. Thereby, sustenance, strength, and power are given to you. To look down at the waves of fear, false belief, and error is to sink. Look up and you will go where your vision is. Your ordered mind, your faith, and confidence enable you to walk over all the waters of life, to green pastures and still waters. You can command the winds and waves, and they will obey. So I don't feel like I need to add anything to that. That was pretty deep. I intend that that prosper you. I intend that that helps. And I play it a few times and really let those words sink in. I encourage you guys to find this book yourself. I'm reading it for free, or I read it for free on a place called archive.org. And that's Joseph Murphy, How to Use Your Healing Power. That's chapter 5. And yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.